Carrie's wonderful advice on writing your first post. To start off, you want to choose what you're writing about. She gave us examples. We can write about pet peeves or a quote that you like, and people use it to market products or anything like that. So the first thing you want to do is to write an anecdote. You want to write a brief story about an experience you had relating to your topic. And then you want to get to your point. What are you trying to tell readers? What's the object of your post? And why are you writing this? As far as the context, this is where you explain how your point relates to your story and what it all has to do with each other. And this is where you give your post meaning. And this should be around one sentence long. Same for the point, and about 2 sentences for the anecdote. Sorry, I forgot to say all that. But then you get to the meat of your post, which would be where you persuade your readers. And persuasion, as we all know, is where you try to convince your readers of what you're telling them. So this is where you're going to be proving your point, stating the facts that you find, and basically why it is that you came to have this point of view. So that should be around 2 to 3 sentences. Like I said, it should be the longest part of your post. Then you should address and acknowledge other points of view. So you can address the other side without actually going into it and trying to convince people of the other side, but just pointing out that there is another side, and maybe point out why your side is better, or yeah. And then finally, you want to leave them off with a zinger. And a zinger was something that I was a little bit confused about, but I mean, I looked it up. It says, just add something that zings at the end. So it's pretty much just a closing statement to everything that you wanted to say. And here is an example of a blog post. I wrote on beta breakers, and I wrote about an experience, my first experience with beta breakers. So that was my anecdote. And then my point was getting to the fact that beta breakers is a long-standing tradition, and that people shouldn't intervene with that. And I kind of showed the context by explaining why I thought that. And then I kept persuading by by showing that it's a long-standing San Francisco tradition and that a lot of people love it, and then I addressed and acknowledged the fact that a lot of people maybe don't like it because of the trash and people urinating certain places, like on your doorstep, and the city has to pay for all of that and all of that. But and then my zinger was 09 beta breakers, here we come.